old. I'm from Waverly, Ohio. Graduated from Waverly. At a young age, my parents were divorced. That caused me to be, very angry and depressed child. So, at the age of 14, I started partying, just for fun. Just hanging out, just fun, on the weekends and stuff. But that partying grew to a heroin addiction. And so, May of last year, 2012, from the heroin addiction, I was diagnosed with hepatitis C. And, I was very sick. And, the doctor told me if I didn't, clean up, I would die a slow and painful death. So, I tried to clean up. I cleaned up for a little bit, and then I realized that, I just didn't really care, so I went back to doing my own thing. And, started doing it again. From the hepatitis C, I started turning yellow. I was just very sickly looking, I probably would have died if I was on the streets for about another month. So, came to the Refuge, and since then, God has changed my life a lot. Since, He's, restored me with my family. With the hepatitis C, that, I don't even need treatment anymore. So, He's really blessed me with that. They said by February, my next doctor's appointment, they said it's a very good chance that it could be healed. So, I'm just, blessed to have that. And, that's all I got.
Hi guys, my name's Alex Hopkins. I'm from Waverly also. 23 years old. Grew up in the church. Always had a really good life. Until I was about 17 years old, and I had just not had that personal relationship that I needed with Christ. I had adopted religiosity. I had seen the people doing the things, at church around me, and I saw that and I tried to impersonate it, but I never truly had that personal relationship. And because of that, when I was 17, two of my cousins were killed in a car accident on their way to church, actually, and that completely just shook my faith. Completely removed any safety that I felt that I had in that. I was completely lost and just started reaching for things. Not a week later, two of my friends asked me if I wanted to do some cocaine, and I did it. I was completely in pain, completely lost, and just needed something to edge that pain off, And that led me down just a terrible road. God had always blessed me my whole life, ever since I was young, with so many things. And at that point, I started just throwing those down the drain. All I cared about was me and making myself feel better, instead of giving glory to God for what He's done for me, in my life. So, that went on for about 5 years. I would get really bad, and then I would try to fix it, and then it seemed to get only worse. I went to a rehab in Knoxville, Tennessee, about a year and a half ago, and this wasn't a Christian base. This was just a 12-step program, and pretty much what they focused on was, my problems. They focused on what all bad had happened to me, instead of what decisions I had made because of that. They didn't make me take accountability for what I had done. And because of that, I started back into my old stuff after about 4 months, 5 months, and got to a place where I was losing the things that were most important to me, and that was my family. And that was my rock bottom. I went into the Refuge, and ever since then, things have really changed. God's helped me to become more than what I was. I had become selfish and lost, and because of that, I stood for nothing, absolutely nothing at all. So I can proudly say today that God has made me a responsible man, somebody who cares more about the people around me than I do about myself most of the time. Of course we all, have that human condition, but with the help of God, I'm able to stem that most of the time, and I'm just grateful. I give glory to God every single day for that.